St Helens Fellowship is a midweek church-supported activity for retired people, both men and women, from our congregation and also from the wider village community. We meet weekly, term time, from 2:45 to 4:15 on Thursdays in the Mead Hall. Importantly, transport is provided if necessary. We're a warm and welcoming group, enjoying a varied programme. We share Holy Communion on the first Thursday of every month, led by either Richard, Bishop John or Brian Gwynn. This service is open to everyone who would like to attend. Over the years, congregation members have attended just the communion service, as it is at a time of day that they can more usually manage. Indeed, there's no expectation that any person need go through a joining process or show up regularly. Some sessions of fellowship appeal more to some than others. Joining, however, does mean that you are automatically included in programme information. Jill and I have been co-leaders of St Helens Fellowship for the last 13 years. And during that time, it's changed its name from Women's Fellowship to St Helens Fellowship. Why change the name of a successful fellowship with a decades-long history? Quite simply, it was to open our doors to any retired person who wanted to join us, men or women. We already had a husband and wife who enjoyed attending together. Members were consulted. One memorably said, "It would be more interesting." The change of name members voted for happened in January 2020. We all know what happened after that. Soon after, COVID struck, and we didn't resume until October the 21st.
2021. 2021.
2021. Yes, although we kept in touch with members by phone. When we returned to the Mead Hall, we introduced the use of tables as a social distancing measure. Unexpectedly, this had the positive effect of helping members get to know each other better. Now we usually have the tables up. Previously, we sat in a circle, just recognising faces across the hall.
Gradually, attendance picked up again. Our varied programme includes something for everyone. We have had and continue to have an excellent range of speakers, including St Albans tour guides, local historians, excellent speakers drawn from our congregation, as well as musical entertainers and a regular chair exercise leader, which leads to such laughter, which is a medicine in itself. In-house activities include puzzles, quizzes, board games. All this including refreshments for just £2 a week, except for once a term when we have our ever-popular Save a Space for Puds, and that's a session that we actually charge £3 for. Although amongst the variety of desserts, we have fruit, jelly and evaporated milk. That's perennial favourites because that reminds us all of our childhoods. Sometimes we have a themed afternoon, like the time we brought in personal headgear and explained what its significance was to each of us. We saw headgear including rock climbing gear, fishing, dancing and weddings, to name but a few. That was fascinating, and we got to know more about each other. We never forget important events like Easter, Harvest and Christmas, when the Clover Singers lead us in an Advent celebration in the church. We celebrated the coronation of King Charles. We remembered the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. We pray together, especially for those who are not able to be with us for whatever reason, and to share the ups and downs of everyday life. So, what is there to look forward to in this coming autumn? We have speakers coming to talk to us about the Argentinian tango, which we might have a go at. They will be talking about the origins of the dance, the music and movements. We'll have St Albans tour guide talking about how to eat, drink and be merry in Roman times. We'll do our own version of that later in the sessions, when in November we have our Save a Space for Puds session. Right, we have a charity speaker coming to talk about rehabilitation of prisoners, and there's a descendant of the designer of the Victorian sewage system, Chris Bazalgette, who is the descendant of Sir Joseph Bazalgette, who is going to lead us in a session aptly called Drain Brain. The Old Packers, otherwise known as the St Albans U3A ukulele band, will be coming to perform. And tucked in between all those delights, we will be having a quiz afternoon and a social afternoon with a board games option. We even play bingo, just once in a season, and not the sort of bingo that springs to mind. We have 3 interesting and informative versions. We have bird, dog and bug, as in insects, bingo. And this autumn we are going to play bug bingo, and you'll learn about a lot of bugs you didn't know existed. Most of all, members and visitors alike bring to each session themselves. Truly, this is a group where kindness, consideration and loving care for one another thrive at a time in our lives when particular challenges so often interrupt daily living.
Finally, it's very important to mention our team of volunteers. These include our dedicated transport providers and those who prepare our refreshments and wash up and clean the kitchen afterwards. We thank Sally Jones, our treasurer, and Jill Gwynn, our transport organiser. Thank you all. There would be no St Helens Fellowship without you. Thank you.